Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. We got the Zenbase. This is the, was it the Superbase 5? Let me power it up here for you. Well, we got it in the shop. We're going to take it outside. We're going to put it through its paces, do a tour around the box, show you all the ports and everything, and then see if it can survive our power gauntlet. And then we'll pop back in here and I'll tell you all the details, the specs, all that kind of stuff, all the things you can do with it, what you can't do with it, and then we'll talk about pricing and all that here. So let's jump into it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to back up here because after I recorded this, Zendure reached out to me and said, actually, we've decided we're going to do a big Black Friday push. And on November 23rd, 24th, and 27th, that's the week of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they're going to be offering a huge discount on this unit. It's normally almost $4,500, $4,499. The Black Friday deal on it's going to be $2,699. That's a huge discount on that. So I just want to let you know. Anyway, let's keep going here. All right, here you can see the front of the unit. You got the handle up here, another handle. This is a handle that comes out like a luggage style handle. You've got just a opening right there you can get your hand into. You got your full display. You got all your ports. We got USB-A. We got 4 USB-Cs, 100 watt, 100 watt, 20 watt, and 20 watt. That's interesting. We've got AC, all the control buttons. You got 4 110s. You got, what's the amperage on that one? That thing says 16 amp max, 240, 120, 30 amp. That's insane. Go ahead and pull up the handle and turn it around. So the handle comes out and comes up. And get this, it's got power assist to the back wheels. So it actually makes it a lot easier to maneuver than you would think. All right, that's good right there. Go ahead and open up the ports on the back so we can show them what we got back here. We got AC input on the left. There's your standard 110 input. We got a reset, and then you got your charging percentage. So if you want a slow charge, which will make your batteries last longer. Okay, go ahead and open that one up. And look at that port. That's insane. Oh my gosh. And a reset on that one. Go ahead and close that. What does that say on there? That's for the Zen charge. And then the DC input on the bottom. This is going to be your, wow, solar connections, isn't it? Quick little bonus feature here. Go ahead and pry that up. We're just using the extension or the cord here to get in there because we don't have any fingernails. And you just pull those up, and there's one on either side, and they got recesses so the extra batteries can be sat right on top and they slot right down in there. All right, it's time to see if it'll run the gauntlet. We got 4 of them plugged in. Go ahead and turn on the AC down here. The AC button is right to the right of the power button. No, that's too far over. Right there. All right, AC is on. Go ahead and turn on the small grinder, belt sander. All right, we're pulling 250 on that. Turn on the blue grinder sander. Jump up to 11, but it comes right down. Turn on the red sander. We got all 3 sanders going. Our biggest spike was to 11. We're running at 6. Now this small air compressor, it pulls a good charge. Go ahead and pull it. We're going to see a spike on this. Nope. That was too much for it. Turn it off. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. Press and hold it. All right. Let's try turning this on now. So that jumped up to 700. Turn on the blue grinder. It might just be a sequence thing. Turn on the red one. That's going, that's going, that's going. Turn on the small one. Right, we're running all of those. All right, we're gonna stop this and then we're gonna hook up some of the bigger items. All right, we're back. We've got the DeWalt, the Fortress plugged in, as well as a couple of the other ones. So let's turn on the DeWalt, see what it pulls. We're pulling 900 there. Okay, that's fine, just leave it in. All right, now turn on the big air compressor. Actually, wait. Turn off the DeWalt. Let's start the big air compressor so we know how much it pulls by itself. 16, it jumped up to 16. All right, let's turn on the DeWalt. Wow, 26. It spiked up to 26. Turn on the red sander.
No, red sander.
27. Yep. It's trying to do it. I don't think it's going to do it. Turn it off. Turn on the small sander. And we're at 26. Now turn on the red sander. This should put it in overload protection. Oh no. Turn it off. It's trying to do it. All right, turn them all off. Let's go inside, take a look at the whole sheet, see what it says. All right, well, there you go. You saw it. It held up to the Gauntlet, but let's see if it's going to do what you need. Let's talk about all the specs and everything else. So as we're talking about here, we got the Zendure I keep wanting to call it the Z-Base, the Superbase 5. This is a large unit, and it's got a lot of high-tech stuff in it. First of all, no lithium ion, no lithium polymer, no LiFePO4. We're talking semi-solid state batteries. This is something new that we haven't talked about before. And if you look at this, they're really honest about it. They admit that the semi-solid state doesn't have the life cycles. It has half the life cycles as the LiFePO4. It has about the same, I would say slightly better in the way of charge temperature range, negative 20 to 45 Celsius. And then as far as the lifespan, they're claiming 10 years over 8 years on the LiFePO4. Now, the configurations for this are astounding. You got the base unit, and then you can put the base unit plus a battery. Then you can put two base units and two base units with batteries, or one base unit with a whole bunch of batteries, or two base units with a whole bunch of batteries. By combining the base units, what you're doing is you're extending the inverter. So not only do you get more battery life out of that, you get more inverter power out of that. So we're talking 6.4 kilowatts to 64 kilowatt hours of capacity. Now, what's that going to run? Well, pretty much everything in your house, okay? This is going to run the whole kitchen and everything else. 3,800 watts to 7,600 watts output. Right, that's again, the 7,600 is if you're using both base stations. If you're using just one, you're going to get 3,800. But even still, that's going to power most of the stuff in your house, all right? Now, the other thing is with the configuration here, it can charge up to, 5,150 watts on its own, or 6,600 watts when connected to a satellite battery. Now, that's what I'm talking about as far as, that's just the base expansion. And we showed you the ports up on top, how it connects and everything like that. And you could connect so much more to this, all right? It is one of the most expandable portable power systems that you're going to find. And with just one cord, because each time they stack on top of the next one, they interconnect. So you only need one cord to connect them all. The other thing is, I wheeling this thing around, it's hard to show you, but it's got power assist to the wheels. And it says motorized. I wouldn't call it motorized. You're not going to sit on this thing and ride it around like a go-kart. But when you start to pull it, it goes, oh, we need to get going, which is good because this thing is pretty hefty. All right. And it's got, of course, it's got the luggage style handle on it, which I just, that's a requirement for me on these larger units. That along with the wheels. It also features zero downtime online UPS. That means that it's a power backup system for whatever you plug into it. If you have your PC, your CPAP, anything running, the power goes out. You just have it plugged into the grid. When the power grid goes out, it switches to battery mode, and it does it so quick, your electronics don't notice the difference. Now, the other thing you want to talk about is what kind of power can it put out. We talked about how much voltage and stuff, but it can do 120 or 240. So depending on the appliances and the stuff that you need, it can handle both of those using its GridFlow 2.0 real-time bidirectional inverter technology. And if you're, for those of you who are looking at an EV, stuff like that, this can handle EV charging just fine. It's built-in tech that understands what the EV needs and how to direct power to it. Now, one of the things they do talk about that I kind of disagree with is RV life. I've been an RV camper for years. We've had a Class A. We now have a travel trailer. I've done all sorts of camping. And unless you've got something like, say, a toy hauler where you've got a ramp to run this thing up and down, this thing is really hefty. And I'm looking at that RV back there and trying to figure out how they got it in and out of that thing, because it's an absolute beast to move around. I mean, it has a great amount of power, but let's be honest, for small RVs and stuff like that, it's probably not the best choice. All right, you saw all the bells and whistles. You saw all the specs. We put it through the power gauntlet. It survived just fine. I am really impressed with this unit and what it can do in this kind of form factor. That's a ton of power, a ton of expandability. To call this portable power is kind of a misnomer, because it's more like what I think of as portable permanent. You're going to take it, you're going to install it, you're going to leave it there for a good long time. You sell your house, you take it with you. You want to take it up to the cabin for the summer, you can do that. There's a lot of options with it. They're a lot more flexible than a permanent install, and you don't have to run the risk of getting your home insurance canceled like they are in California and Florida these days. Anyway, I want to thank Zendure for sending over the Superbase V, and not 5. I know, I got it wrong. Roman numerals, I just assumed. Anyway, don't forget they're having a huge Black Friday sale going on the 23rd, the 24th, and the 27th. That's going to be like 2 days on the week of Black Friday, as well as Cyber Monday. The price is going to drop from almost $4,500 all the way down to $2,699. That is a great price on a unit like this. It's a solid unit. I'm really impressed with it. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.